There's this car that, when it was launched, everyone said it was too expensive. However, after its official release, the sales figures were actually quite good. So, why is that? This is the first car on BYD's A Platform 3.0. It seems that initial perceptions didn't quite match the market reception, leading to an interesting case study in consumer behavior and product value. For this video, we've really gone all out. We spent 400 yuan renting the car for 2 days. To minimize the impact of temperature, which is the biggest factor affecting the range of electric vehicles, we only choose cities with a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius for our tests. Today, we're in Beijing, but we're planning to head to the northeast next. The CLTC range is 401 kilometers, with a full charge showing 379 kilometers. Our testing standards remain consistent: air conditioning set to 22 degrees with 2 fan speeds, driving mode set to standard, tire pressure adjusted to the manufacturer's recommendations, and energy recovery set to the lowest level. Our route selection is still a 3:1 ratio of city to highway driving. Based on its 401 km CLTC range, we plan to drive 75 km in the city first. This car, the Yuan UP, might have had a quiet launch, and its pricing might have drawn criticism from the media, but it's definitely a landmark model for BYD's Dynasty series. It features the CTB, a cell-to-body battery chassis integration technology. This means you can't accuse them of simply modifying an existing platform. This is also the second major upgrade to their pure electric platform, showcasing significant advancements in their EV technology. Furthermore, BYD's interior design engineers finally seem to be thinking more strategically. The interior uses only 3 colors, all in a matte finish, which is very rare for BYD. The materials you touch are all soft, with the door panels and the center console all wrapped in leather. This attention to detail and material quality marks a significant improvement in their interior design approach. Previously, I disliked the high-gloss piano black finish in the center area. Now, the panel is all a gunmetal gray matte material, which is very simple and elegant. This change shows a move towards more refined and modern design choices. The use of matte finishes not only looks better but also reduces fingerprints and glare, enhancing the overall user experience. Now the morning city driving is complete, covering a total of 75 kilometers. The display shows 304 kilometers remaining. The city range efficiency is at 100%, and the energy consumption is holding up well at 11.3 kW per 100 kilometers. It seems BYD's new generation of vehicles has a more accurate range calculation. Next, we'll head on to the highway to see how the energy consumption is there. In the same 100,000 yuan price range, we've also tested the Chery Arizo 5 and the BYD Yuan UP. However, those 2 cars had significantly more wind noise at high speeds compared to this one. The noise isolation is also better in this Yuan UP. The chassis feels very comfortable in the city. But this becomes less of an advantage on the highway, where the stability is noticeably worse. In the city, the chassis feels very comfortable and smooth. However, at highway speeds, this is no longer an advantage. The stability decreases significantly. At 120 km/h, even a slight lane change makes the car feel unstable, a bit like a soft shrimp. It really depends on your priorities. This highlights a trade-off between comfort and stability in the vehicle's design. Now, we've exited the highway having driven another 75 kilometers. The display shows a remaining range of 166 kilometers. We consumed 138 kilometers, resulting in a range efficiency of 54.35%. This is the lowest highway range efficiency we've ever measured. This indicates that the car's powertrain is optimized for city driving. Once the speed increases, it becomes extremely energy-consuming. The energy consumption on the highway reached a terrifying 18.22 kW per 100 kilometers. Keep in mind that this car's output power is only 130 kW. It consumes more energy on the highway than the Zeekr's Alvin 7, which has over 300 kW. This is a significant drawback for those who frequently drive on highways, highlighting a clear disparity in performance between city and highway conditions. After driving continuously, the car's battery finally reached the last 10%. So, has the energy consumption decreased again? I can confidently tell you yes. As soon as the car enters the city and leaves the highway, the energy consumption immediately drops. It's now back to 11.4 kWh per 100 kilometers, compared to 1.3 in the city this morning. This 0.1 difference is negligible. So, we can conclude that the BYD Yuan UP is best suited for city driving. On the highway, it consumes a lot of energy. It's very efficient in the city. Wait a minute, the display still shows 5% OC, but the range is 0. according to our rules, this car has entered its struggle range. We'll test how much range is actually left after the car indicates it's out of power. As the battery level decreases, the battery's discharge capacity also diminishes. The acceleration performance will definitely be different from before. However, the air conditioning is still working perfectly. This is much better than the Wuling and Baojun cars we tested. The lane keeping assist and cruise control are also functioning without any issues. This demonstrates the car's ability to maintain essential functions, even at low battery levels. Now, I've completely exhausted the BYD Yuan UP. I have the final data in hand, but I'll keep you in suspense for a moment. Let's first recall the official specifications of this car: a CLTC range of 401 km and a dynamic range of 379 km. These figures are important for understanding the real-world performance we've observed during our testing. So, combining our 1/4 highway and 3/4 city driving, how far did it actually go? It traveled 32 km, including 16 km of struggle range, after the display showed 0. The average energy consumption we measured was 13 kWh per 100 km. This is where things get a bit confusing, as the city consumption was only 1.3 to 1.4 kWh. The displayed range efficiency was 79.68%, and the CLTC range efficiency was 75.31%. So, do you think the performance of this newly launched BYD Yuan UP meets your expectations? As a brand with a strong following, is this performance acceptable? These are important questions to consider when evaluating the car's overall value and suitability for different driving needs.